Hello, hello, hello. I don't know. It's been a bit, since... Actually, I don't even know how long it's been. When's the last time I streamed? Oh, just like quickly look at the VODs channel. That's not the right. This 2 weeks ago. It's been around 2 weeks. It should, yeah, October 15th. Yeah, that was the last time I streamed. What do you mean? This is what you've been up to? Well, I mean, just like an hour or so before, I was working on a commission, so I'm probably not gonna stream long today, like for too long today. Where's my head at right now? It's out. It's in the field. Let me just switch it over to this. I keep forgetting I have Trip here. Where's the game? There it is. There's the game. Cool. I'm no longer transparent. I'm no longer dead. Canonically. I've revived myself for this, but what is this? What am I getting pinged for? Who's pinged? Oh, okay. It's just okay, yeah, so last time we played, which case was it? I'm forgetting. I don't remember the names of most cases. Usually it's like turnabout something or whatever, but what the Return of the Great Departed Soul, that's what it was. That's what we played last time. We finished that case up, and now we're doing the 4th case of the 2nd game. Am I quiet? What the fudge? I'm gonna eat dirt. There's like a cat. There's a cat screaming at me. Am I really that freaking quiet? It's probably because I messed around with stuff. Not before the stream, but I think it's because I'm not using my full voice. Also, I'm like looking away. I'm looking at the chat. So I'm not in front of the mic. I don't want the thing is, I don't want it to peak. So then when I start screaming, it just kind of goes out of orbit. To say that, what is this? Also, today's daylight savings time. I can't wait for time to go backwards. At 6. Not 6 p.m., like 6 in the morning. I can't wait. Okay, let me check on my end how the audio is. I think it's fine. I'm just scared, like, to when I start screaming, it's just gonna peak. Doing all right. Been a bit stressed, but I'm fine nonetheless. Just going through it. There's a cat still screaming at me. Okay. How are you guys doing? Hope everything's well with, everyone. Yeah, it's just like, well, actually, one thing that happened, I got, my brother's, plush, got delivered today, so that's good. Now to frickin' wherever else I have, supposed to come here by next year. So I'm happy. I'm good. I'm gonna have to, like, turn off the everything because we're gonna have to go into, like, not a cutscene, but one of the freaking Adventures of Sherlock Holmes kind of format we're gonna have to go through. I'm glad you're doing good. That's good. There's a question I want to ask, and it's gonna be, like, very random. Because I saw someone ask this a while back, and I didn't know at the time until after played this case before. See, let me see. Actually, hold on. Let me just quickly. No, that's the escapades. Nope. I want to see the accolades. Let me see this. What is the... Okay, there is a mystery badge I am missing. What the frick is this? Hold on. I feel like this is either in this case or the next one. It's a mystery, like, achievement. The Great Ace Attorney. Either this is in this case or I have no clue. Achievements. Give me this guide. What is this? Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at the accolades because, like, they might spoil stuff. That I'm just looking at that real quick. Okay, and then there's this one. Okay. I'm just quickly checking the achievements because, like, there were some funny ones. What is this? Okay. Need to do that. Okay. Gaming screen. Okay, I just need to like see what achievements, cause like, apparently we, my brother and I missed this one. So, but okay. Load, is it load game? Yes, it is. Okay. I can't wait to cry. All right.
Pipe in hand, Sholmes looked down at the thick, rolling fog outside our window. I wonder exactly how many mysteries are out there, hidden within this bed of fog, he said. Indeed, a most bizarre incident, born of a curious advertisement. A hellhound's mad gallop through the shadows of a serial murder. An executed man's graveyard resurrection in the dead of night. And a commonplace killing in a small, forgotten room at the edge of town. There is, naturally, always another side to every case, of which most remain ignorant. And it is that other side which compels me to the scene of the crime, Wilson. So quickly now, take your hat and let's be on our way, my dear fellow. For our adventure is not over yet. Come, the game is afoot.
"8 days after that earth-shattering trial, and Kazuma regaining his memory, we were in the foyer of one of London's most luxurious hotels, the Great Waterloo Hotel. Yo, it's the 1st of November! We're a little late, in the hour. Yippee! Okay, hold on, I gotta mute for a second. Okay, I am back. Oh! No! I don't mean to do that! I forget that I have to press G instead of escape for some freaking reason. Okay. Let me turn everything back on. Jump scare. Alright, what did Ryunosuke said? What about Mikotoba? It was about Professor Mikotoba or something. The frick. T history. Professor Mikotoba is due to arrive at any moment. Yes, I'm so glad we got here in time. Susato-san hasn't been the same since what happened. Not that I'm surprised. The truth about Kazuma-sama's father. Do you suppose my father knew that he was actually the mass murderer? The professor, you mean? There's a cat screaming at me again, but I'll just ignore it. 'Cause I gave them water and stuff. I knew that's what she was thinking about. There's a good chance, I'd say. I mean, they did come here to London together 16 years ago, didn't they? Yes, that's true. Come to think of it, didn't you say that Professor Mikotoba knew about Kazuma going missing in Hong Kong as well? That's right, but for some reason he wasn't at liberty to talk to me about it. That probably means he knows then about Kazuma showing up here in London with amnesia, and that he's regained his memory now. Okay. There she is. Oh! Oh, Father! Hello, Susato. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. We're delighted you arrived safe and sound. Safe? What? Safe and sound. Grab a stroke. Hello, Mr. Naruhodo. Very kind of you to take the trouble to meet us here. Oh, no, not at all. It's my pleasure. We've heard all about your extraordinary exploits here in London, you know? The news has crossed the seas. I don't remember what voice I gave him. It has. I always look forward to reading the monthly reports that arrive in the steamships from Britain. Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much. Who is this man? And why do I feel as though I've seen him before? I take it from your expression that you can't quite place me. In that case, how about a little reminder, Shishiro? Firm tap should do it. Yes. A firm tap? What? Here we go then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, guilty! Oh! You're... The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Your Excellency! Hello, Judge Jigoku. How are you? It's been a long time. Good, you remembered now. That really did the trick. Guilty! He just carries... Why do you carry a gavel? Only I was declared not guilty, wasn't I? And there was no laughing at the time. So, London again after all this time. Hard to believe it's been 10 years. To be honest, I never thought I'd be back. Neither did I. I didn't imagine Japan would ever be invited to an international symposium like this. Though really, I doubt anyone did, to be honest. It's all thanks to you, isn't it, Shishiro? What do you talk about, Yujin? Of course, Judge Jigoku. He must complete the set. He's the other man who 16 years ago came to London with Kazuma's father, Professor Mikotoba. He's the third visiting scholar. Well, all those passport checks and luggage searches at the border took rather a lot of time. I must say, I'm very envious of your ministerial status. You didn't have to go through any of that, did you? I knew you were jealous. Sorry, ministerial status? Yes, didn't you know? Seichiro here is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs. It was his personal insistence that allowed you to take Kazuma's place here on this study tour. Guilty as charged! Oh, well, thank you very much. He's really every bit as important as he looks. Yes now, Naruhodo. I received a telegram from Lord Strongheart yesterday. Oh, you did? It appears that some things came to light in a trial you were involved with 8 days ago. About what happened 10 years ago. That tragedy. Yes, could you tell us any more about it? We can't move. That's a big freaking luggage you got there. I can't. Why can't I can't interact with it. Let me look in the bags. Look at those cases just left there on that trolley. Aren't they worried about thieves? I know I am. Haven't you seen the porter over there? Don't worry. He's obviously keeping an eye on everything. Ah, so it's a trap. Designed to catch any chancers who might be tempted. Wait! You're the frickin' I swear he's like the he's like the owner of the omnibuses or something. Why did the porter give me such a scathing look just now, do you suppose? Well, some might say you look a little suspicious with your jet black clothes. Not everyone clad in black is some sort of ninja with intent to steal, you know. The Coachman's Guildmaster. Okay, yeah, that's who it is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. He's here. Suspicious. I can't look at that other luggage. That desk is known as the hotel reception. Anyone wanting to spend the night has to report there to sign in for their stay. Oh, so do you think that's the head clerk behind the desk there? Yes, I'm sure it must be. I'd love to stay in a grand hotel like this for a little while, wouldn't you? Just to know what it's like. If the hotel fee was paid through our stipend, I'm afraid it might bankrupt our homeland. True, London gives the word expensive a whole new meaning. Chandeliers? Have you seen all those sparkling jewels up there? They must have gathered every gem in the world for that. Ah, it's called a chandelier, I believe. It's designed to provide elegant lighting in large spacious rooms like this. So they had to gather every gem in the world just to illuminate one room. It's probably electric light bulbs that are actually throwing the light. If I tried to hang something like that from the ceiling in the office, it'd be scraping on the floor. I think perhaps chandeliers aren't for you, Mr. Naruhodo. Though it would be cool. Anything else? Picture. Look at that. It's a picture of the Crystal Tower. Well, the Great Exhibition is one of Britain's most prestigious achievements in recent years. I wonder how tall it is. It really does represent the pinnacle of scientific achievement in so many ways. There's a 20-meter tall chimney on the bathhouse near my lodgings at Yume University. The attendant there is always boasting that it's the tallest object in the neighborhood. I'm sure. Did you know that over the channel in Paris, there's a tower that's 300 meters tall? What? How many times taller than the chimney at Yume Soken Hot Springs is that? And if it's that tall, how does it draw properly? The smoke would get stuck, surely. I don't think it's that sort of tower, Mr. Naruhodo. They talk about the Eiffel Tower? Oh, hello, gentlemen. Do you like my badge? Professor Mikotoba, I wonder, could I show you something? Why do you seem so nervous? I suppose because I'm a student showing something to a professor. That's always quite nerve-wracking. Well, I'm sorry I perturbed you in that way, but anyway, I'm afraid I have nothing useful to say about that, really. That stings a lot more that this is Kazuma's armband. That hurts, man. Let me just... Great Waterloo Hotel. So, how is the voyage here? Well, 50 days at sea is a long time by anyone's standards. It wasn't as bad as when we first came 16 years ago. No, that's true. Then I truly wondered if we wouldn't be drifting in the vast ocean for the rest of our lives. This time, we followed the same route as you, so we were able to relax and enjoy the experience. So you stopped in France's beautiful capital, Paris? We did, yes, though only for one night. And yesterday evening, we left the port of Dunkirk for Dover. Just in time for the symposium, in fact. It starts tomorrow. It's wonderful that you were invited to attend such an important international event. I'm very proud of you, Father. It's thanks to Seishiro here. 16 years ago, he managed to integrate himself with Britain's Attorney General. I'm sure that's why he was invited. And I suppose you could say I'm something of an appendage by default. Speak for yourself, Eugen. You were close friends with the professor of forensic science at a major hospital. Yes, well, I'd rather not begrudge all that up, really. No, there's been a lot of water under the bridge since then. It doesn't bring him back. Kazuma's father, I suppose. The professor, the killer who took the lives of 5 members of the British aristocracy, was actually Kazuma's father, wasn't he? That's correct. Genshin Asogi. Genshin. You knew, I presume, Father. Yes, he was a close friend at the time. Genshin came to Britain as a police detective. He was studying investigative techniques at Scotland Yard. I've never understood what drove the man to commit such heinous acts. It was a closed trial, so the public never knew the truth, and he was executed with little ado. To this day, very few people know what really happened, even in our homeland. But what about Kazuma? Did he know? Did he know the truth about his father? No, of course not. He was told his father passed from sickness. However, I suspect he may have had his doubts. Oh, why? As you know, I tried to guide Kazuma growing up as if he were my own son. Then one day, he came to my office at the university and said, I've decided I want to travel to Great Britain and study there. Do you think he wanted to come here to investigate his father's death? I don't know, but when I looked into his eyes, I did know that there was no way I'd be able to stop him. Something else came to light in that trial the other day, actually. Oh? What? Well, having disappeared in Hong Kong has been missing for almost a year. Kazuma has since turned up here in London, working as the apprentice of Lord Von Zeeks. What? What? That's news to us! Oh god, a shocked face! Judge Chigoku looks like absolutely petrified. So, Lord Strongheart's telegram neglected to mention that part then. As you know, we both thought Kazuma had died on the steamship during our voyage to Great Britain in January. But he didn't die. He's alive. As you knew, didn't you, Father? In actual fact, no. What I did know is that when your ship docked in Hong Kong, he mysteriously vanished. We sent a team of investigators to Hong Kong to try to ascertain what had happened, but to no avail. But he's still alive. And here, in London, you say? I never dared even to dream it. Why on earth did the young man not make contact? The government and the police have been chasing clues fruitlessly for months now. Well, it seems that he was suffering from amnesia. What? Amnesia? When we first came across him again here in London, he didn't know who either of us were. I see. He only regained his memory 8 days ago. This is unbelievable. Yes, it's quite miraculous. I wonder why Lord Strongheart didn't let us know. I must speak with him urgently. I wonder how Chasm has been these past few days. Would it be wrong of us to go and visit him? That began 16 years ago now. It's a distant memory, really. It was Yujin here, Genshin Nasogi, and myself. We were the original 3. The first judicial scholars from Japan to travel overseas to study. Ocean voyages were not what they are today, I can tell you. 16 years ago, things were tough for their generation. Your father was an exceptionally fine medical student at Yume University at the time, you know, young lady. Yes, grandmother told me. He went to do research at a great London hospital to study autopsy, practically unheard of in Japan. Yes, it was an eerie place, sandwiched between the back of a prison and a burial ground. Not more talk of graves. Very often, there's no one willing to deal with bodies following autopsy work. So you see, autopsy labs have been something of an unavoidable relationship with graveyards and prisons. Not my cup of tea at all. Do you remember that Scottish prison governor? Caden, his name was. He was a good man. Yes, but then of course, in our 6th year here, everything changed with that dreadful case. And Genshin was arrested for a series of the most gruesome murders. Simply couldn't believe it. I'd known the man for years. I was a witness at the secret hearing, and I tried to speak in his defense, but you went a little too far, and ended up facing charges yourself, didn't you? Well, suffice to say that after that trial, we were sent back to Japan. There was nothing more we could do to save Genshin. He was a lost cause, sadly. Man. Well, if you'll excuse us now. Yes, I'd like to get this trunk up to my room as soon as possible. Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have held you up here for so long. I'll call for the porter then. Just wait here. Susato-san's gone off at a run. I'd like to stay and talk more, but I do have various preparations to make for tomorrow. Yes, of course. It must be a big responsibility representing our entire country. I wish you the best of luck. Naruhodo. I hope you'll keep an eye on Susato for me. Keep looking after her as you obviously have been. Oh no, I mean, if anyone's looking after anyone, it's her looking after me. Well, I do appreciate you being there for her, after all. I've been a miserable father to her. I've thoroughly let her down. Sorry? What do you mean? Well, it was 16 years ago that I started my long study tour here in Britain, as you know. The very year Susato was born. Yes, I heard. The birth of my daughter was the most joyous event in my life, but... well, sadly it was accompanied by the most tragic event of my life too. Yes, Susato-san hinted at something like that. It was a rather turbulent time at home. Anyway, I won't bore you with the details. The point is, I became rather less dependable than befits a grown man. And it was then that Shishiro offered me the opportunity to study here in Great Britain. I was too worried about you to leave you behind. So perhaps I was a little heavy-handed when it came to persuading you to accompany me to London. So that's what happened in a nutshell. And that's also the reason why I now feel compelled to give my daughter as many opportunities as I dare. Though the world does not readily afford young women such things, I must say. I completely understand, Professor. One other thing, Naruhodo. If I may be so bold, I have a favor to ask of you. Oh, really? Of course. What can I do for you? Well, the thing is, I'm so sorry that took so long. Mr. Sato. And now then, allow us to take your bags. Allow me to take your bags. One moment, if you please, porter. Of course, sir. That machine around your neck. It's a camera, I believe. Quite right, sir. Just 5 shillings for a lovely photograph to commemorate a wonderful stay at the hotel, sir. Well, I think given the occasion, we could justify the expense. Yes, of course. Oh, look at them. Oh. I'd like to thank you for coming with me, Mr. Naruhodo. It's really made Father very happy, I think. Oh, well, I'm pleased then. But we were interrupted before. Professor Mikotoba was about to ask me something. Shall we return to Baker Street then? I expect Iris will have some delicious tea waiting for us. Yes, let's go. I'm getting more and more anxious about Kazuma, though. Perhaps I'll try to meet with Lord Strongheart later and ask after him. A grand place. Father certainly seems to be enjoying relaxing the luxuriant atmosphere. One of the most luxurious hotels in London, where Professor Mikotoba and Judge Jigoku have rooms for the duration of their stay. It's more grand than anything I've ever seen before. We're going to... We immediately just ran upstairs. Like, that's like the logic that I have. We just kind of ran up. Hold on. Let me look at something real quick. What the fudge? Bam, 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 bam. I'm already getting sad. I have to like make mental notes for myself. Okay. Let's move. No, we're okay. Iris, let's see. We need tea. Sholmes, why do you have this? What? What was that? A man screaming in the most unflattering way. Do you think... Could it have been Mr. Sholmes? Oh my, I do hope not. I don't do it anymore! French cries. Cries in French. Or whatever the frick language they speak. Mon ami, mon ami. Stop this disgraceful display, huh? Who are these people? Look at their hair. It's bright red. I think they must be clients of Mr. Sholmes. Oh. Right, you two. You're coming with me now. Down to the clink. Where did Gina come from? No, not in prison. It's a dark and damp and I don't like it. But the darkness, it is my friend. I'm not scared. But you're always scared of the dark. Shut your mouth, you idiot. I will sit quietly in the dark and plan our next daring heist. I don't like this. I don't like it. Well, tough. We'll finish this down the yard. Now get moving. Bye then, Ginny. Have fun. Oh yeah, thanks, Iris. And thanks, you great detective. Tina makes a fine detective herself, doesn't she? Oh, Susie and Bruno! Hello, Iris. We're home. Even though we really just ran up the stairs, we ran right past by y'all. Well, did you find your daddy? Yes, we arrived at the hotel just before he and his friends. Oh, well that's great news. I hope I'll get to see my daddy again soon. Yes, of course. Dr. John H. Wilson. So, Iris, all that remains now is that greatest of problems known to man. But before we concern ourselves with that, I believe some tea is in order. Don't you, my dear fellows? Guys, don't worry, it's just red hair. He's just a red... Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? Do I have a crumb of such like on my face? Not so much on your face as on your head, I'd say. Come along then, everyone. I've brewed a lovely special blend. Time for tea. Whatever is going on here today? In that case, let us sit and drink now, for I'm in fact expecting a guest later today. What is wrong with you? Why are you red? Why are you red? Why red? Fashion statement? It's called fashion. Okay, well, before that, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. No. Just wanna make sure everything's... Oh, let's look at the board. This blackboard is where Iris scribbles down her latest ideas, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, she seems to have drawn a lot of little stick figures all lined up. Look. Cheap apples at the market is what they all of them say. What? The little figures can speak? All your questions would be answered if only you would read this month's Rent's magazine. So I'm the only one who can't make any sense of this. The mask Kazuma wore when he was assigned to Lord Van Zeeks as his apprentice. When he cast it aside after the trial the other day, I just sort of picked it up. We ought to give it back to him, I suppose. But he has his memory back now, doesn't he? And I can't help feeling that he might turn around and tell me to coldly wear it myself. But isn't he your best friend? That's a bit on the table right now. Oh, give me this magazine. Or not magazine, give me this newspaper. This looks like last week's edition. What's that article circled in red ink there? It's in an advertisement column. It says, "To the Red-Headed League." The Red-Headed League? What's that? I don't know. I've never heard of it before, but... Is something on my face? Clearly this has something to do with that. Lively hair. It seems somewhat suspicious in nature. The cat's screaming at me again. No, I don't want to look at the badge. Oh, heck yeah, more lore on the side. Let's... Public health reports. Okay. Look, there's no reason for me to read this, but I will read it. Despite the condition of the City of London itself of late, it has been a positive year so far in public health. There have been fewer cases of consumption reported when compared to this time of year, and smallpox is at an all-time low, thanks to the vaccinations offered at the smallpox and fever hospitals throughout the various parts of London. Doctors, however, warn that there appears to be the beginning of yet another cholera epidemic on the horizon. Although the cause of such outbreaks remains unclear, the public is strongly advised to drink only water which has previously been boiled. Oh no. I don't even know what this is about up here. St. Bartholomew's Hospital. The latest research findings and leading hypothesis this month from the Teachings Hospital of London. There's emerging consensus among doctors and scientists of all nations, whereby the theory of miasma is being soundly rejected as experiment after experiment has yielded cohesive evidence in support of what physician John Snow had concluded many years prior, that there's a strong correlation between contaminated water. Oh wait. Oh wait, this has to do with here. Contaminated water and the prevalence of certain diseases. In fact, Nessie's? I don't know. The medical community has already begun in earnest to identify and categorize the tiny creatures. Oh wait, no, I skipped a line. What the fudge? The latest news derived from the content is consistent with our own research into the so-called germ theory, which minuscule microorganisms are the actual cause of a great many illnesses. That's okay. The medical community has already begun in earnest to identify and categorize the tiny creatures as microscopes. I also continue to improve through the dedicated work of London's famous instrument makers. We expect that in the coming years, improved instrumentation will allow us to see the germs with further clarity and in great detail as never before. Okay, so this has to do with this, which makes sense. Okay. Truly more than any other nation, Britain has been successful in its endeavors thanks in part to the generosity of its many investors and its long, illustrious tradition of fostering inquiries into science. Lest it be forgotten, she's the nation that gave to the world the genius of Sir Isaac Newton. However, there is some other factor at work, the shifting field in economic thought. Despite the fact that Adam Smith's magnum opus, The Wealth of the Nations, was published in 1776, the doctrine of laissez-faire has only begun to truly take root in the last few decades. Remains to be seen just how influential and enduring his ideas will prove to be. Huh. The Red-Headed League. Let's look at the big arrow pointed for we gotta read this. On account of the bequest of the late Ezekiah Hopkins of Lebanon, PA, USA, there is now another vacancy open which entitles a member of the League to a salary of £4 a week for purely nominal services. All red-headed men who are sound in body and mind above the age of 21 years are eligible. Apply in person on the morning of the 31st at the large park on Lime Street. Get £4 per week. If you are a redhead, a most fantastic money-making opportunity. Oh, I'm sure it is. There's more about the water down there. I don't know what's going on up here. Okay, the lie you told. Oh, frick. We're gonna call him out. This is a call out post, Sholmes. Got my Google Doc ready. Mr. Sholmes, who are the two gentlemen that were here before? Oh, just a pair of petty criminals. Nothing of significance. Of course, they have to make a living somehow. And when the mood takes me, I'm willing to turn a blind eye to all manner of infractions. When the mood takes you? All manner of infractions? But when such fellows set their sights on Mr. Herlock Sholmes, well, that's when their luck runs out. Oh my, you were the target of a crime, Mr. Sholmes. I quickly devised a plan to entrap them and deliver them to our young detective ally. You should have asked Grexy to come too. He could have had an arresting tea. We could have had an arresting tea party. That would have been great. I did send word, but no answer was forthcoming. The man is consumptuously in the wrong place at the wrong time. There's a word for it, I'm sure. Aha, I have it. A bungler, that's the word. It's a good job he's not here to hear you say that. So those redheads have been up to no good. I wonder what the men did. I really want to like... what was that about the greatest problems known to man you mentioned before? Is it another fiendishly intricate case, Mr. Sholmes? How should I best explain it? Are you aware of the theory of evolution by natural selection, perchance? Okay. Well, I think I've heard talk of it somewhere. Possibly. It's a revolutionary scientific theory that was newly proposed 40 years ago now. According to its author, Mr. Darwin, we humans were once apes who lived in the treetops. Wait, what? We were apes! Indeed, and if from the very moment those apes descended from the canopy to live as humans, it has been our lot to be at the mercy of the greatest problem known to man. Our lot? What is this great problem, Mr. Sholmes? Why, is it not obvious, my dear madam? The problem of rent. But did you not receive a rather large sum of money from Madame Tuspels only the other day? Pshaw, a large sum? One potted herb for Iris and a new motor car for me later, and all of it has quite disappeared, I assure you. What? How old are you? 34. Okay. You bought a car and herbs for Iris. Potted herbs so she can grow her plants. I'll take that over the car. Why do you need a car? Honestly, Hurley, you know you squandered it. Yes, well anyway, 2 days ago, I discovered the answer to man's greatest problem, for the coming month at least. And what was the answer? Why, there's a substantial clue before your very eyes. Don't tell me, let me see. Humans are sorry creatures, unable to see what is in front of their noses. Let me give you some assistance. Don't look, but observe me very closely. There's one particular feature about my person that has changed. You should notice it in the end, I think. But, other than, like, your red hair, I would assume your empty pockets that lack change. In the end. It's been stabbing me in both eyes right from the very beginning of our conversation. I think we might need another clue before we uncover the full answer, Mr. Naruhodo. Thanks for the hint. I'll be tearing my hair out of this charade if this charade goes on much longer. Mr. Sholmes, isn't it about time you told us the truth? Just over a week ago, you said to us, I will now tell you something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that. My alarm! That case aboard the SS Bureau in January. Kazuma wasn't killed, and you knew he wasn't dead at the time. So what was really going on? The fellow was unconscious for a very long time. If he hadn't regained consciousness when he did, his life would have been in mortal peril. Of course, a side effect of the prolonged comatose state was amnesia, as you now know. It was a simple enough task to silence the crew. But how? After they carried him out of the cabin, I assembled them in the lobby area. Then I made them swear to leave him unconscious and have him unlaid from the ship in Hong Kong as a murdered corpse. Oh, how horrible. It was necessary to find some material with which to persuade the crewmen to keep their word, of course. But why? Why do it in the first place? I'll be at liberty to elaborate in due course. But for the time being, I would like to reassure you. I didn't foresee subsequent events. What events? His disappearance in Hong Kong. Oh. I believe I may have made a gross error of judgment. Mr. Sholmes. Okay. I think I know what, yeah, I have to present him the frickin' Red-Headed League, paper. I'll be right back, though. For a second, I've hired this red-headed man to stare at you while I'm gone. I am back. Okay. Okay. Where were we? Yeah, I need to present. Present to him the Red-Headed League article. It's a freaking punk. It looks as though someone circled an advertisement in this paper, Mr. Sholmes. To the Red-Headed League? Does that strike you in some way? I was thinking that just maybe it might be related to your bright red hair. So, at last you've learned to apply my methods, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry. In the first instance, and quite indispensable, observation. Believe me, I could have seen that hair with my eyes shut. So then, allow me to regale you in the details of my latest exploits. Regale or boast? It could be either or. So what is the Red-Headed League, which seems to be the subject of the advertisement you've circled? You noticed it in the paper then? That, my dear fellow, was going to be the source of this month's rent payment. It was. How? According to the advertisement, the Red-Headed League is a distinguished institution of fellows of unspecified governments. In fact, the only condition for becoming a member is having red hair. That doesn't entirely surprise me. But listen to what the lucky redheads received once they join. An unconditional salary of £4 a week. Oh my, £4 a week? But why? Why are they paying people? What are they paying people for? That I don't know. No details were given in the advertisement. But surely every red-headed person in the country would be flocking to join in that case. You're right, Susie. There's no time to lose. I'll put in my application at once. And so will I, just on the off chance. That might be stretching a point, I think. The trouble is, they have a fixed number of members, you see. Oh, I see. So once a certain number of people have joined, no one else can. But as luck would have it, one member recently passed away. I wasn't particularly lucky for the Red-Headed... It wasn't particularly lucky for the Red-Headed League in question, I feel, Mr. Sholmes. So you decided to try to join in his place? Correct. I mean, look at me. Have you ever seen such a red-headed fellow? No. So why did it have to go so wrong? What on earth happened? A blunder, Mr. Naruhodo, though it pains me to admit it. Yet you done goofed. What did you actually do to your hair, Mr. Sholmes? I'm glad you asked, Mr. Sato. What you see atop my head's neither dyed nor a hairpiece. I changed the color of my hair overnight. By the wonders of chemistry. Chemistry? He's going to go bald. I was conducting some research into a method of rejuvenating spent tea leaves. And in the course of my work, I stumbled upon a potion that, when taken, turns one's hair a flame-like red. Would you like to try it? It will make every hair on your body perfectly crimson. That's... think I'll pass. But, Mr. Sholmes, is it quite safe to drink? Surely it's bad for you, isn't it? Amateurs are always hampered by such fears. Hence why I drank like a freaking poisonous bottle from Iris's shelf at some point. And also ate soap, and I think maybe wax. What? I'm wondering what the frick Wilson had to deal with over the years. And then Iris. I'm surprised Iris isn't eating soap. Okay. Oh, I should never have doubted you, Mr. Sholmes. You mean to say... But of course. To earn £4 per week, one must be prepared to turn a blind eye to a little danger. You are going to go bald, like, in the coming week, okay? That degree of red signals more than just a little danger, surely. So, anyway, Hurley left full of confidence yesterday with his new red hair. For the park on Lime Street, where the Head Red League were interviewing prospective new members. Okay. So what went wrong? The whole park was choked with redhead, or chalked. Yeah, chalked with redhead folk, like a coaster's orange barrow. I queued for 8 hours solid before at last I reached the front. But when the panel of interviewers saw me, they immediately said, "Ah, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes, are you in disguise to conduct an investigation?" So naturally, I had no choice but to reply, Don't give me away! After which, I could do little else but turn and leave. Then this morning, when I looked in the mirror, irritation stirred within me. So I turned that pair into the police! If I'm not getting that money, no one is. Not even like, oh, this is probably a scam. It's just like, yeah, frick those guys. Petty. Out of pure spite, I turned that pair into the police. Oh dear, what a disaster for Hurley and those two redheads. Mr. Sholmes, you mentioned before that you were expecting a guest today. Indeed, Mr. Sato, that is correct. Not another one of those red-headed gentlemen that were here before? Not at all. They were petty villains. The guest I'm expecting is... a client. Oh? A young gentlewoman who wishes to appoint the services of this great detective, no less. Oh, how wonderful, Mr. Sholmes. You must stay and observe the fashion in which a great detective receives his customers. Must we? I have you in my clutches now, Rent. My god. I have you in my clutches now, Rent. Just as I have you in my clutches, redheads. He is hilarious. That hearty laugh is masking rather sinister thoughts, I feel. You know, the lady isn't due for another hour yet. Don't feel as though you must wait around if you have other things to do. Okay. Well, we can go see, oh yeah, we need to go see Lord Strongheart. He's standing there, menacingly. Here's the final draft of the opening address for tomorrow's proceedings. I've supplemented your original with the figures you asked from the yard. I see. Excellent work. Thank you. You're welcome, my lord. What's Lord Van Zeek's doing here? My, there seems to be an awful lot of tension in the air, wouldn't you say? This place is stifling enough as it is. We really don't need any more tension. Ah, frick! We were spotted. My apologies, I didn't notice you come in. Your small stature and dark dress make you all but invisible to me. Oh, no, it's entirely my fault for wearing black, I'm sure. From now on, you must dress in white from head to toe whenever you come here. Now then, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, my lord? I'm here. I'm right here. Kill me now. Kill me now. It's a bold statement, Ryunosuke. Is something wrong? Perhaps it's a little too hot in here for you. Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I've never experienced a room at such a perfect temperature. If you're sure, the beads of sweat carving their way down your face seem to suggest otherwise. Because of the daggers you're staring at me with, mainly. You cannot tell this man ain't related to, Damon Gant. As you're no doubt aware, my International Forensic Science Symposium begins tomorrow. In fact, your father arrived in London earlier today, I hear, madam. Oh, yes, that's right, my lord. He's extremely honored to have been invited. I'll leave the remaining preparations for the meeting room in your capable hands then, Lord Van Zeeks. I will attend at once. This gave me the side eye. He gave you a very cold stare as he left, didn't he? I know, but I haven't done anything. Have I? These past few days, my feet have barely touched the ground, I must say. My dedicated right hand of many years was recently put out of action in spectacular fashion. Oh, that's why he's upset. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is your left hand still of service? Not... Mr. Naruhodo, he's talking about Dr. Scythe. Of course. I'm terribly sorry about that. I was just, fear not, you've done nothing wrong. Dr. Scythe's own wrongdoing precipitated the situation. You needn't concern yourself with it any further. That would be a lot easier to do if it weren't for the piercing stare you're giving me. Lord Van Zeeks is doing an admirable job of holding the fort, though disturbingly, his apprentice has been missing since yesterday. Missing? What's become of Kazuma-sama now? Not long ago, visitor numbers of the Great Exhibition exceeded 13 million. 13 million? Are there even that many people in the world? As a comparison, Mr. Naruhodo, the population of Imperial Capital Tokyo is 2 million. I will be opening the International Forensic Science Symposium in the exhibition's main auditorium. This event has been 2 years in the making. 2 years of preparations and negotiations with other countries. It sounds like a tremendous achievement. Congratulations. The 20th century will see the wholesale adoption of the forensic investigation techniques, and cooperation between policing organizations around the globe will be essential. Which is why this landmark first symposium had to be hosted here at the heart of our great British Empire, nor that Scotland Yard can become the leading investigative organization in the New World. He's the same as ever, I see. That passion of his is quite something. You're every bit as passionate in your own way, I'm sure, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm the only person in this country who truly cares about a future that embraces forensic science. It was my intention to become Her Majesty's Attorney General and reform the Yard from the ground up. So the disgrace of the forensic investigation team has been a bitter blow to my ambitions. I don't think I muted my mic when I took a sip of my drink, but whatever. I first established the forensic investigation team a year ago, experimentally to start with. With Dr. Scythe at the helm, it was steadily accruing an impressive record of achievement. I was on the verge of changing its name and elevating its status to a full-blown forensic investigation department. And can you not do that now? Obviously, nobody wants to hear anything about it at the moment. Even I can't keep this story out of the papers. 6 million Londoners will be cursing forensic science now. This incident will set back our country's advancements in the field by a good 10 years, I'd say. Unintended repercussions of our trial. We simply couldn't have overlooked what had happened, though. Of course not. We shall be grateful to you both. Anyway, I'll still reform this country's policing when I become Attorney General. This might delay my plans, but I won't alter them. Nothing will stand in my way. About Lord von Zeke's apprentice. Yes, that came as a surprise to me, I must say, that you and he are old friends. How did he become an apprentice to Lord von Zeke's in the first place? It came about 3 months ago. An unidentified Asian man was apprehended by border police. They found him hiding aboard a large goods vessel. Oh my, so he stowed away to get here. He had no papers to identify him, no passport, and he was suffering from amnesia too. Other than the fact he was clearly of Eastern descent, there was no clues as to who he was. So I decided to assign him to Lord von Zeke's. That way I could keep an eye on him. But then, why the mask? I didn't want to burden Lord von Zeke's with tiresome explanations about why he had an Eastern apprentice. Oh, because of the obvious from him. Okay. Because it would be so much easier to explain why he was wearing a mask. He's proving to be a great help to Lord von Zeke's. Have high hopes for his future, and yet he's missing! by the way, do you know where he's gone? No idea, but I believe he's left London for the time being. Oh. I take it you also didn't know that the man's father was one of our country's most infamous criminals, I mean, how y'all made it a freaking secret? How would anyone know? Genshin Isogi. What we learned from that trial 8 days ago was a huge shock. Finding out my friend's father was... yes, Genshin Isogi. The professor case 10 years ago caused a great stir here in Britain. There were such awful murders. Unprecedented using a ferocious dog as a murder weapon. And no one would have believed the culprit was a foreign student invited to study here by the government. So the true identity of the killer couldn't be made public then. It can't be made public now. Nobody in your country knows it was him, and neither do the citizens of London. The main motivation was to avoid aggravating relations between our two nations at the time, I understand. Correct. However, it has to be noted that there were some supporters of the professor's apparent cause. What? Supporters of a mass murderer? The majority of the man's victims were blights on the aristocracy of the day. Somewhat ironically, their deaths actually benefited society as a whole. Or so a fair few thinkers in London believed anyway. Right, I see. But it was still a murder, wasn't it? It seems very similar, doesn't it? To the idea of the Reaper of the Bailey. Shall we return home now that we have no further business here? Okay. Oh! Aha! Here's my guest now, my latest client, with money to spend! He's so desperate! I do hope it's an exciting case, Hurley. Remember, Iris, we are at present gripped by the greatest problem known to man. I must be willing to accept any case, no matter how unstimulating, save locating a runaway, of course. Don't spare anyone's feelings, will you? Oh dear, I'm afraid that Hurley can lack a little tact, especially just before the rent is due. Oh! Mr. Sholmes! Oh, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, please, oh, please! Oh, you're juror number 2! Or, like, you're one of the jurors. Please find my husband, he's run away! The timing of my alarm too upsets me. Oh my god. I beg your pardon. Never mind, personal matter. My apologies. What exactly are you trying to say, Mr. Naruhodo? I didn't say a word. Come, my dear madam, be seated. Iris, some tea, if you please. Of course. What's the matter, Mrs. Sato? Oh, it's just that gentlewoman. I feel sure I've seen her somewhere before. Very recently. Yes, now you come to mention it. As I've explained earlier, my name is Evie Vigil. I implore you to take the case, sir. Money is no object. Simply name your figure. Money and wealth are of little consequence to me, madam. Being offered this case to solve is reward enough. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you are the picture of benevolence. I will of course make a mental note of your offer, however, for contingent reasons. I trust you will remember your words also. If I might inquire, sir, this gentleman and lady would be... Oh, me? What am I about to tell you? I should like to communicate in the strictest confidence, you understand. These are my friends. I assure you, you may say before this pair anything which you may say to me. I see. I can vouch for the gentleman personally, after all. He's hard of hearing. Why did I ever get my hopes up? Hello? Oh. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. Oh wait. Can I... see my badge? Miss Vigil, would you mind casting your eyes over this? Oh, my poor Daly. Where have you gone? What's become of you? I'm afraid she's too worried about her husband to pay any attention, Mr. Naruhodo. Either that, or she just doesn't want to be bothered with me. Okay, let's talk to her. What happened? Forgive me for asking, Miss Vigil, but have we met somewhere before? Quite recently, perhaps. Oh my! Pshaw, my dear fellow, what is your intention? Clearly you have no ability to differentiate the facial features of the English. If you wish to invite the lady to tea, you must do so in a more gentlemanly fashion. Is it possible that you're the nice young lawyer from the trial I attended last week? Aha! I knew I recognized her. Yeah, she's... To have a man's fate in the palm of one's hand. Oh gosh, oh golly, it sends shivers down my spine. I didn't quite recognize her because she was acting so differently now. It must be very difficult for you as a lawyer, being hard of hearing, I mean. Pardon? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Don't worry if you can't hear. It was frippery, really, nothing more. Now look what you've started, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you very much. I believe it would be prudent for you to sit quietly in the corner. Yes. Okay, Mr. Vigil. That's about your husband, madam. Mr. Vigil, my Daly is 40 years of age. I have a photograph here. An entirely unremarkable gentleman, by appearance at least. How long have you been married? It'll be 15 years this year. We have a cordial relationship, and my husband's income is more than adequate, so we live quite comfortably. As it would appear, and you only look at you to know these things. Oh gosh! Your dress is the latest style, your hat clearly regularly groomed, and your eyes are animated. In short, you have no inkling as to why your husband might have disappeared, correct? That's right. He's a kind man with a strong sense of loyalty, and he rather dotes on me. Which would point to the possibility that he has become embroiled in some incident or other. Oh, that's exactly what I fear must have happened, Mr. Sholmes. I'm quite beside myself. My husband's employment is somewhat unusual, you see. What if he's incurred some miscreant's ill will? What exactly is your husband's line of work? He's a warder at the prison. A guard? That is somewhat unusual. So, your husband is a prison warder. That's right. Yes, well, in actual fact, he's the chief warder. Indeed, I see. Well, chief prison warder certainly qualifies as something of a specialist occupation. Yes, it does indeed. My poor husband must prepare those dreadful punishments and see that they're carried out. Dreadful punishments? Does she mean capital punishment? And at such times, he must occasionally spend a night or two in the prison dormitory. For the extra responsibility, he's remunerated more handsomely than the other warders. Of course, we make no mention of my husband's work to the neighbors. Yes, I believe your prudence is justified. Tell me, at what prison is your husband engaged? Barclay Prison, Mr. Sholmes. Really? Barclay? Oh, a fine establishment. If I'm not mistaken, there's a large cemetery just behind it. Yes, that's correct. Lowgate Cemetery. Now, where have I heard that name before? No. Lowgate Cemetery? The very place we were discussing in court. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable, my dear fellow. And yet undeniable. Sorry, Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid you've lost me. Ah, pay no heed, madam. Pay no heed. A private matter. This can't really be a coincidence, can it? Okay, your husband's disappearance. So to the matter of your husband's disappearance, when did you realize he was missing? Please try not to laugh. It was yesterday. I'm sorry? Yesterday. That really is recent. Laughably so. The truth is, my husband does at times have occasion to spend the night away for his work. It's not at all out of the ordinary for him to not return home at night. But this is different. For him to not make any contact for a whole day, that certainly had never happened before. Oh, my dear Daly, whatever can have happened? My dear Miss Vigil, please calm yourself. Now then, have you contacted the police? Why, naturally, but sadly, they refuse to listen to my pleas as my husband has only been missing for 1 day. I was asked to wait patiently at home. In truth, Miss Vigil, I concur with the police. However, let us not be hasty. I see no reason why we should not engage my detective powers to track your husband down anyway. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. And furthermore, let me assure you, the chance to solve the greatest problem known to man for another month has no bearing on my decision. These are my terms and conditions. Do you agree to them? And what's funny about this, there is a lawyer here, so he's hearing everything. I seek only to put a sweet smile on another Londoner's face. That's really all there is to it. You have my eternal gratitude. I shall pay any sum you care to mention. You seek only to put this sweet rent in your landlady's purse. That's all there is to it. Thank you for everything you have shared with us, Miss Vigil. I believe I have all the information I need to begin my investigation. Oh, please report to me soon with good news, sir. Fear not, madam. In a day or two, I shall be contacting you with a heartening report. I'm quite sure. So soon? How splendid, Mr. Sholmes. Good news should be delivered early, I always say. If you would be so kind as to leave this photograph of your husband in my possession. More so in my back pocket. Thank you. Now allow me to show you the door. I can't thank you enough, Mr. Sholmes. You've been simply marvelous. You know, I think it every time, Hurley. But how do you come out with such nonsense? Good news in a day or two? Are you sure? I can't be sure, of course, but then I didn't swear on it. I merely gave the good woman some hope. Hope to be able to give her good news, one might say. After all, the rent must be paid by the end of the day tomorrow. If by that time I've successfully located Mr. Vigil, we shall be mutually relieved. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Don't look at me with those pleading eyes. Well, my dear fellow, did you hear the details of the case? Yes, my hearing is surprisingly good, actually. Excellent. And what did you make of it? Well, I was surprised to learn where her husband worked. At Barclay Prison, I mean. Ah, so you noted that. Of course, especially with the mention of Lowgate Cemetery. Lowgate Cemetery is at the rear of Barclay Prison, so it was renowned amongst us students at the university for being haunted by the ghosts of condemned convicts. Barclay Prison is where that notorious man was incarcerated. The professor. And now a warder from the prison has mysteriously disappeared, it would seem. It's all very peculiar. Indeed. But nothing you can't handle, I'm quite certain, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry. Run along to the prison and see what you can glean. Would you? It's the prison governor you want. No doubt the man is equally worried. But aren't you going to go yourself? Surely you need to ask. I can't possibly be seen out with this hair. But didn't you go to Lime Street with that hair? That was a quite different matter. So I leave it in your capable hands. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm rather busy. Of course you are. Okay, wait, okay. No, frick. Is he over at his desk? No, okay. And Iris is not her typewriter. Okay, let's go to Barclay Prison. Barclay Prison is on the outskirts of London, backing onto a lonely burial ground. Its four high outer walls loomed quietly before us in the fog. Having requested a meeting, we were shown to the governor's office in the watchtower. This place is full of hardened criminals. I cannot remember the last time a civilian was done here. And you and I want to talk to an inmate, but to me... Look at this man. Do you know who I am? I'm the governor, Barry Caden... Oh, yes, it's a pleasure. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer. An Easterner, I see. Does that mean... Yes, I'm a visiting student of law from the Empire of Japan. Japan? Did you say Japan? Yes? Well, there's no way, no any of your kind in here, laddie. Maybe you should try the prison next door, eh? I didn't know it's another prison next door, sir. Anyway, we came to ask you some questions about... I didn't like to be so direct, but... I have no intention of speaking with the likes of you suspicious-looking Easterners. Now get out of my hair. You have a scar on the back of your head, good sir. As soon as he finds out that we're from Japan, he reacts like this. That surely means... I think it's because of the professor case. You think so too? 10 years ago, Genshin Isoki, also known as the Professor, was incarcerated at this prison. And then after his execution, he apparently re-emerged from his grave in the cemetery behind the prison. I might have known. You're sniffing around about that case, aren't ya? You're agents, eh? Part of the Professor's great web, no doubt. No, not at all. We're just... Get on with ya. Before I punch your light suit. Wait, please don't do that. We're going. Clearly the ghost of that killer still haunts this place. We're not going to get anywhere here. Unless we can somehow prove this to this man that there's something suspicious about us. Governor Kaden. What are you thinking, Mrs. Sato? I feel sure that name came up in conversation recently somewhere. I was wondering if whoever mentioned him might have some ideas to help us. Come to think of it, I might have the same feeling. Alright, mates. Smell you later. Where's the hotel? Hey, look, there he is. Nah, frick. That's Professor Mikitoba over there. Hello, you two. I was just taking a moment to catch up on the world now that I'm unpacked. But where's Judge Jigoku? Yes, he's not the relaxing sort. He's taking himself off to pay his respects to all the legal bigwigs. Having only just arrived in the country today, goodness, he is full of energy. Professor, you mentioned something before about how you'd known the prison governor at Barclay Prison. Oh, Governor Kaden, you mean? So it is the same man. Father, we must speak with the governor. But he refused to talk to us. He said we were suspicious Easterners. Well, I'm sure if I accompanied you, it would be a very different story. Oh, would you? That would be wonderful, if you have time now. Sadly, as you can see, I'm very busy at the moment. Busy drinking coffee on a comfortable seat. Now, I have rather a lot to prepare for tomorrow, you know. Oh, sorry. I didn't say that out loud, did I? Okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't say that out loud, did I? You Mikitobas are alarmingly good at reading people's thoughts. Or could it be that you Naruhodos are alarmingly bad at hiding your thoughts? That... It's not Fallout now. I have an idea. What's he writing on that piece of paper? Here's a letter of introduction for you. Hopefully when he sees my name, he'll change his tune. Does that say 2? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Note of introduction on our behalf from Professor Mikitoba to Governor Caden. Hopefully now he'll be willing to talk to us. Good luck then. Back to reading. Okay. Let's see what this says. Is anything on the back? Oh, look at this. Wait, let's look at the front first. Professor Mikito has wonderful handwriting, doesn't he? This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy. Is it just me, or does that make me sound extremely untrustworthy? I do wish he at least called you a nice young man. I'm really not sure that would help. Oh, it looks like this is some sort of steamship ticket. The SS Grouse, first class cabin 001. Yokohama departure 11th September. London arrival 1st November. That's the boat that Professor Mikitoba and Jigoku came on from Japan, isn't it? I keep stumbling his words, I keep stumbling my words with Jigoku. I don't know, I keep on wanting to say Goku every time. Yes, I think it's called at Dunkirk on the north coast of France for a night before finally arriving in Dover. I think it's been almost a year since we arrived in Dover on the SS Bira. Seems a shame not to keep your ticket as a memento of your trip, don't you think? Yes, I agree. I have mine safely in my diary, and I keep mine in my wallet, so have it with me at all times. Oh, how strange. Where could it have gone? Are you like this on purpose, Mr. Naruhodo? Did I imagine it? Was that comment accompanied by a slight little sigh? Cool. He's very intimidating. If you just cast your eyes over this, Governor Caden. What's this then? How can I put the wool over my eyes, you good-for-nothing Japanese student? Mikitoba. That young jock from the forensics laboratory. That's Mikitoba. Yes, exactly. Him. Oh dear, perhaps I should have said something sooner. I am Yujin Mikitoba's daughter, Susato. Jings, you're the young man's daughter! And you didn't anything to mention that before. I do apologize. Aye, well, you best take a seat then. Can I offer you a cup of tea, perhaps? And then I forgot to try one of these wee handcuff biscuits. You did put some effort into that. I would love a handcuff biscuit. Your father's influence is nothing short of amazing. I am bitterly regretting not announcing who I was from the outset now. So then, what can I do for you then? Well, we're currently investigating a case. It's one of your warders, you see. He's gone missing. Missing? That's right. It's surely been reported to you as well, being the prison governor. I have nay heard nothing of the sort. There's no missing persons in my prison. Oh, but how can that be? It's Mr. Daily Vigil, your chief warder. Vigil? That's right. His wife came to us and asked for us to investigate his disappearance. Let's skip the part about him only going missing yesterday for now. Clearly that means something to him. Would you be so kind as to tell us what you know, sir? I of course. How old are you? I always have to ask this. Seishiro Jigoku is 43. Jesus Christ. $51. Okay. Wait. Would you like to see my badge? My armband. What's that there, then? It's actually the sign of a Japanese defense lawyer. Well, if you have to wear something like that to prove who you are. Perhaps I should wear these handcuffs, eh? I think maybe they're more of a sign for the people you catch than you yourself. Aye, that's true. You got me there, then. They're not actually a sign of anything, are they? We understand that Mr. Vigil is the chief warder here at the prison. Aye, that he was. Strong sense of responsibility and dedication to the job. No doubt about it. He was a fine warder. Sorry, did you say was? Aye, he doesn't work here no more. He left the job. Oh my! When was this exactly? There was a question when it was the boot. When was it a boot? Can it have been much less than 10 years ago now? What? 10 years ago? He stopped working here 10 years ago. Oh, what a coincidence. Aye, as I minded, you kidnapped Kaneho, the fella's name, in all that time. Not to worry if he's gone missing, though. But Miss Vigil made no mention of it. I think perhaps, Mr. Naruhodo, that his wife simply doesn't know. I think she's unaware that he no longer works here. Governor Caden, can you tell us what happened? Why did Mr. Vigil give up on his job here? That's important, is it? Yes, I believe it may be. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? I can't help wondering, given that it was 10 years ago, which was exactly when the professor was being held at this prison. Actually, wait, hold on. I want to look around his freaking room real quick, because what the actual... Actually, wait, let's look at this later. So Mr. Vigil actually resigned from the position of Chief Warder 10 years ago, you're telling us. What happened to make him leave the job? In actual fact, he didn't leave the job willingly. He had no choice in the matter. You mean he was dismissed? It was after a particular walk. Sorry, a walk? Aye, that's old word for it near. A walk to the gallows. An execution. It's the job of the chief warder to prepare the gallows tree and oversee any executions, you see. Only, Vigil did something unthinkable on that last walk he was manning. What did he do? I'm sorry, but I can't reveal that information. I can tell you that it's a very rare for a chief warder to be relieved of his post. But why wouldn't Miss Vigil know about it? She appears to be under the impression that her husband still works here. I wouldn't ken anything about it, I'm afraid. can you perhaps answer one more question about the circumstances of his dismissal? And what would that be, Anne? That last execution that Mr. Vigil was responsible for overseeing. Was it by any chance the professor's? My thoughts exactly. I'm sorry, I really am. But I'm not at liberty to answer that. I see. Okay. My father came to Britain all those years ago in order to study forensic medicine. But you seem to have been well acquainted. The dead room, the prison, and the cemetery have a lot to do with one another. After all, they need fresh corpses for forensic research. You know, Ken? Yes, I can imagine. The advancement of medical science isn't always particularly palatable. Your father worked in the laboratory just on the far side of the graveyard, in the basement of St. Sinners. It's still in use today. St. Sinners? That's come up before, I'm sure. Yes, that's right. We've been there. Mikatoba and I often used to ride in the couch together and negotiate terms. For more fresh material, I suppose. And we used to sit in here for hours and gab on about this dissection and all sorts, which takes me back. Over a pot of tea and a plate of cuff biscuits, of course. How charming. He was a good fella, your father, reliable, and dead set on his work. But I'm afraid I'll never understand you Japanese. Because of Genshin Isogi, I suppose. Well, how can I tell you anything else? Thank you so much for your time, Governor. Oh, one moment before you're away then. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. He has an axe on his hip. Ah, found it. Here, take this as a wee souvenir for your visit to the prison. What is it? That's Vigil's dismissal notice. It's 10 years old now, of course. Oh my, are you sure? Aye, it's no trouble at all. It's no the original mind. Heck yeah. Thank you very much, Governor Caden. Well, in return, do me a favor and never come back here. That case is closed. Well, I think we ought to return to Baker Street for the time being. Yes, I agree. We need to report back to Mr. Sholmes with what we found out about Mr. Vigil. What will he tell Miss Vigil, I wonder? I'm gonna look around the room real quick. Let me look around. Oh wait, what's this? Okay. Let's look around. Let's snoop around before we leave. Look, we have an opportunity here now, while the governor is away. Mr. Nahoda, you could be imprisoned if you were caught. That's a good point. Perhaps not then. Now I wanna look. God dang it. I should have looked around when, like, we had the chance. Dang it. I wonder if Mr. Sholmes is still home. We're back. Hello, you two. Oh, I thought you'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for us all. So that's what the delicious smell is. I'm gonna... Don't mind why I'm saving that there. And that here. Need to, like, prepare myself for this. He's here. Dear freaking God. He's here. He is freaking here. God help us all. He's like a freaking, I don't know what it's called. Returned a good deal sooner than I was anticipating. Sir, your hair is blue. Of course you have blue hair and pronouns. Oh my freaking God. I need to, like, I need to prep my vocal cords for this because I'm not going to be ready. I'm going to start crying. I already know what's happening. I already know what's going to happen. I'm not ready. Turn a good deal sooner than I was anticipating. Hello, Mr. Sholmes? Hello, Mr. Sholmes? I say nothing. Your thoughts are written all over your faces in any case. Turns out that it may have been advisable to test my hair color restoration tonic before application. Oh my. Pray, tell me, what's of our warder friend? Have you garnered some new information? Oh, yes, something very surprising in fact, though it's not patching your hair, to be honest. It most certainly isn't. But still, we... Sholmes! Drop everything, Sholmes! This is more important! Gina? I can't Adam and Eve it. I'm gonna start crying, bro! What's happened? Clearly a very grave matter indeed. For Miss Lestrade made no mention of my hair whatsoever. She would have made fun of it. It's the boss. Oh, what do you mean? Inspector Gregson. The boss is... He's dead. What? They just found his body, shot with a pistol. What? But Inspector Gregson, he was murdered. No, not Gregsy. Come in, my dear girl. Tell us the whole story. I'm gonna cry! I'm gonna cry! Gina! I'm gonna cry! I already knew what was gonna happen. I already knew. And this still makes me cry. This still makes me sad. She's so upset. I'm gonna krill. I'm gonna krill. Ooh, done it. Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson he was really shot. I don't know much about what's happened myself yet. They're still there, investigating the scene. Where did this take place? A little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresno Street. The outskirts of town, nowhere near his home. He was perhaps investigating a case then. The thing is, no one at the yard knows nothing about no case around there. Oh, how strange. The boss he was so good to me. I know I ain't up to much yet, but... Kill me now, my god! Twitch, that is a freaking joke. No, God bless this girl. God bless her. One day I was gonna show him. I'd become a proper detective. Oh my god. Oh, Ginny. So who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is? They got them already. Already? They've caught the shooter so soon. A witness reported something was going on, and the boys got straight down there and took good care of him. Who? What awful person did this? I still can't believe it to myself. Gina? It was the Reaper. Wait a minute. You don't mean they've arrested Lord Von Zeeks for it? That's right. That Reaper bloke's gone and shot the boss. No, Lord Von Zeeks. This is a sad Hoenn moment. This is great! I love life right now. Live, laugh, love, everybody. Except for Gregson. This is Turnabout Goodbyes 2.0! No! No! Are you quite sure, Miss Lestrade? It's Beric von Zeeks the police have arrested. I saw him with my own eyes in the interview room at the yard. I don't believe it. But there were witnesses, and they're all saying it was him. So you mean there were actual multiple witnesses? They heard the gunshot, and apparently. And when our lot got to the scene, there was only the boss and that Reaper bloke in the room. But there's no way Lord Von Zeeks would have taken Gregson's life. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it either. Oh! Thank you for informing us, Miss Lestrade. This really is most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry. What are you saying sorry for? You didn't do nothing! Well, anyway, I'm taking a cab over to the scene right now. Please come on all, as soon as you can. You've gotta help. This is not absolute cinema. It's a detective's lot to appear wherever some sinister plot has unfolded. No wonder we all look haggard. Sometimes these things are almost too much for the nerves. Mr. Sholmes. What use is there in being a great detective if I failed to see something like this coming? How could I let this happen to Gregson? To Gregson? Mr. Naruhodo, I shall leave at once to begin my investigations. Of course, yes, we will too. It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean. I'm sure you were intending to do so anyway. Until later then. Inspector Gregson dead and Lord Von Zeeks arrested. Bruno, Susie! I've called you a handsome. It's waiting outside. Thanks, Iris. Shall we, Mr. Sato? Yes. Let's go, go, go! Freaking... I'm gonna freaking cry. Why the heck is he just sitting there? There he is, Lord Von Zeeks behind bars. This is a sight to see. So it's true, he really was arrested. He's sitting with his back to the wall, reading something. Don't think he's noticed us. Lord Von Zeeks? Fancy meeting you here. The last place on Earth I'd like to be, but the last person on Earth I'd like to see. I couldn't very well not come. We heard what happened, that Inspector Gregson was... Go home. This has nothing to do with you. But... Forgive me, Lord Von Zeeks, but I must disagree. Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him. At the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigations, please. There's really nothing I can tell you. What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case? This? The yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share its case's details with a suspect. This is a letter from an old acquaintance. Oh, who might that be? Someone you know, as it happens. Albert Harebrain. Aww! What the Of course. Yes, I keep forgetting they went to the same university. And I would like to read my correspondence in peace. So let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know? Strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Van Zieks never minces his words, but they seem to have less bite than usual somehow. I think you know what this is. This is worn by people in my country to show that they're defense lawyers, don't you? And I think you know that I believed you and me to be merely playing a lawyer craft initially. It would seem your armband may actually imply some dormant talent after all. Lord Van Zieks, do you mean... Let's hope you wake up soon. Yes, I was clearly daydreaming. I almost thought I got a compliment there. Like, let's just cut to the chase. What was in Albert's letter? I'm on now. After the trial, Professor Harebrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought. Delighted to inform me of his safe arrival at home, I arranged his passage by sea and rail. It's a relief, I must say. He should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper. Because the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad, you mean? Yes, so it seems. Your stupid little Nipponese friend, for example. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day. Yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo. So Professor Harebrain is safely back in Germany now. He is. Can you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Van Zieks? What happened? How much do you already know? We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small, rented room on Fresno Street, and that you were found there by the police when they arrived on the scene and immediately arrested. We were told that there was nobody else in the room, and that some witnesses heard the gunshot. And you're well informed. And there's really nothing I can add. The truth is, I don't know what happened to myself. But the gunshot, obviously you didn't fire the gun, did you? I'm not in the habit of shooting the people I work alongside. I also heard the noise, however. Before I had a chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers. So he doesn't actually know what happened. If I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with? You don't need to answer that. Oh. After all, you're not representing me. He's going to need a lawyer, though. Whether he likes it or not. Who's going to be representing you in court, Lord Van Zieks? Anyone other than you, I should imagine. And no one's going to because you're the Reaper of the frickin' Bailey, mate. Or at least you uphold that title. Would I be right in assuming that you have no representation as yet? Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know. But this is different. In my career, of all the defendants I prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now. Surely not! I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a barge pole. But you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you? It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper of Bailey. Believe me, nobody wants to know the true identity of the killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have the chance to uncover the truth about that. What does he mean by that? So, it appears our conversation has run dry. There was a 2-second silence, that's all. Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you. I was wondering, Lord Van Zieks, if you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you. You trust me, do you? Yes. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people, so I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just, my feelings can't be used as evidence in a court of law, sadly. It's a very gracious offer. However, I trust no one. What? Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you Nipponese. But please. I have no intention of engaging your services. The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems. I'd appreciate if you don't visit again. Then neither of us will waste any more time. Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper and find out more about Lord Van Zieks and what happened to Inspector Gregson. Okay. Oh, there's the boys. The frick is in the picture? Really is an out-of-the-way part of London. I doubt many people find their way down this back street. So this dust-ridden, rented old room is where it happened then. So this is where poor Inspector Gregson lost his life. Yes, and the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. I don't see Mr. Sholmes anywhere, though. Perhaps his investigations have taken him elsewhere. Oi, what do you think you're doing there? I put one of them drawers has got to be taken right out so you can look underneath and all. I want the space above this ceiling checked, and don't forget to look inside the chimney stack too. But I mean, ain't you lot ever gone over an house looking for dough when the owners are out of town? Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques when she wants everyone to adopt. Oh, you've turned up at last. Mind you, I ain't been near long myself. Hello again, Gina. Sholmes only just left. You're lucky you missed that. He went prancing around here, pointing at stuff and flicking that of his, and then he just scarpered. Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean? Yeah, he didn't stop to say nothing to no one, not even me. Gina, would you mind if we investigate too? Listen, Odo, you're a lawyer, right? Yes? Why? Well, you're not thinking of trying to help that Reaper bloke, are ya? Oh, poor Gina. She's never going to forget, is she? That trial will haunt her forever. Gina, if you don't mind me saying, if Lord Van Zieks really is responsible for his crime, he will be duly and fairly judged in court. I suppose you're right. Yeah. Go on then, Odo. Get investigating. I want to know the truth about what really happened here. Thank you, Gina. Okay. Let's look at everything. An empty fireplace makes a room feel even colder than it would be otherwise, doesn't it? It's thick with dust. Look. I think it would be fair to say it has been used in a very long time. In other words, whoever lived in this room must have been extremely hardy in cold weather. Or nobody lived here at all, and merely visited when the occasion arose. I wouldn't like to say which is more likely. No, that's right. It's one or the other. Oh, it's a photograph stand. I suppose it must be a picture of one of Inspector Gregson's family members. What's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head. They are! Look! Mr. Naruhodo, quickly! Why do I feel like this woman is familiar somehow? Of course she's familiar! We met her only this morning! It's... Oh my god. Miss Vigil! This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Miss Vigil in here? To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stumped. I'm sorry to say, I have no idea either. Why was this just in here? It looks like some sorts of notice board or something. And it's absolutely covered in scraps of paper. Mr. Naruhodo, look! This you mean, it's an autopsy report, isn't it? And these are case notes here, and details of prison inmates. Yes, in fact, they're all the sorts of documents that only a detective would normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room? Some old newspaper cuttings. And this one here. Oh yes, the advertisement you mean. To the Red-Headed League. But why? What's that doing here? Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested in it for some reason. Excuse me. Oh, Inspector. Oh, sir! Poor man, he can't possibly be able to focus on investigating when he's so upset. Excuse me. You're looking down on us from the great beyond, Inspector. Don't worry, we'll look after things at the yard. I've interrupted some deep thoughts there. They're in shock. Excuse me. Sorry, sir. Can't see a thing, sir. Too many tears, sir. Right, perhaps I'd better leave you to your work then. Oh my god. No, that's not what I meant to do. Turnabout Goodbyes 2.0. God dang it. What the heck? Okay. Oh, that's where the corpse was. Okay. So I suppose this is where the victim That's right. The rope is laid around the body to show exactly how it was found. Poor Inspector Gregson himself has already been taken away, and would probably be under Dr. Scythe's scalpel by now, if not for what happened last week. From the shape of the rope, it would appear that the inspector was curled up in a ball. Are you feeling alright, Mr. Naruhodo? You look as though you've just seen a ghost. I know it's just a rope, but, well, it conjures up quite a terrifying image. That's all. Especially with that blood stain next to it. I do understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds can be even worse than reality. Sato-san is so strong, though. She's taken this far better than I am. The wig? Ever since we came in here, I can't take my eyes off this thing. Oh, funnily enough, neither can I. It's a hairpiece, isn't it? It is! A bright red hairpiece! And I suppose the fact that it's right there next to where the body was found means we have to accept that. Inspector Gregson wore wigs, does it? And such a flame-colored red, too. Yes, that's a color we've come across very recently elsewhere, isn't it? Exactly! This is a vital clue, I'm sure of it. Wig. Gun? This is presumably the murder weapon then. Oh my, it is real, I suppose. I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan. I really know very little about them. There's one way to know for sure, Mr. Naruhodo. Fire a shot! No. If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. It's not really safer just to ask someone who might know, I think. Oh, what's this? It would appear to be a little model policeman. It's rather charming, isn't it? In a way. Seeing as that it's on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Inspector Gregson? It's a little hard to imagine Lord Von Zieks playing with something like this. It's only about 8 centimeters tall. Could have fallen out of someone's pocket, I suppose. I think we should record that as evidence, just in case. Yes, I agree. It is rather delightful after all, in a way. Okay. This case freaking sucks. Like, in the sense that, oh, he's freaking dead. Top of one of the candles in this candle holder has been completely blown off. Yes, there's wax spattered on the wall behind. Look. I suppose if a bullet had hit it, it does seem likely that the bullet hit the candle, having first passed through the inspector's body. Now that wax in the wall looks like blood to me. Okay, if gunshot happened, passed through the body and hit the wall, hit the candle then hit the wall, where's the bullet? Where is bullet? Okay. That's that side. Somebody's very haphazardly nailed those boards over the broken glass, haven't they? You couldn't even really call it a window anymore. Well, if you remember the window in Mr. Natsume's room, that was totally blocked up with bricks. This one does at least still let in some light. Oh, you can say nothing more about it. I'm starting to feel even more sorry for Mr. Natsume now. God. Okay. Is that everything in the room? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's look at the stuff we found. Picture. Wig. I've always wondered what the underside of a hairpiece looks like. It doesn't surprise me at all, Mr. Naruhodo. You always want to see what lies beneath, don't you? I'm not sure that's quite how I'd put it. You must have to use a lot of bird slime to keep it in place on your head, so it doesn't get blown up in a gust of wind, I mean. It might be a little inconvenient when you want to take it off again, don't you think? Gregson was actually like a redhead the entire time or something. Red. Best to avoid handling it. Suppose this must have been the murder weapon. Oh my, it is real, I suppose. I think so. Okay, it's gonna be the same dialogue. Okay, because we can't freaking... Don't point at this. Let's see what this guy is. The helm of this charming policeman appears to be the little worse for wear. I'm not convinced about the charming part, but yes, you're right. The head part looks like it's been fairly heavily manhandled. Almost as if somebody has enjoyed twisting it around and round for fun. Should I try twisting it around and round too? For fun? Oh! What's that? It appears to be some sort of key. But it's tiny though. It couldn't be a key for a door. Not at that size. So what is it for, I wonder? Key to something. This looks like some sort of key. It does. A very tiny and simple key. What's a little key doing inside a figurine of a policeman in the first place? And what's it for? Very random. And then the candle. There's some black marks here. Look. Yes, they look like some sort of scorch marks. So perhaps the bullet struck the candle here, do you think? It's only this one candle that's been cracked in half, it seems. Yes, I think you might be right. Firearms are rarely used by criminals in Japan, so I'm afraid I'm not particularly knowledgeable about them. And the rest have just been melted down. Okay. Oh god, okay, I forgot we had to talk to her. Okay. Okay. Gina, what was Inspector Gregson doing here in the first place? That's what I want to know. It's what? A half a year since I got out of the clink. And that's when I decided to give up me diving and become a detective instead. Oh yes, Mr. Sholmes twisted the inspector's arm to agree to take you on as an apprentice, didn't he? Something like that, I think. Anyway, the point is, I didn't really know much about the boss till then. It turns out, he's a bit of a legend at the yard. Goodness, really? They say he managed to solve some really tricky cases. Just like that. He did. Yup, and ever since then, he started going out on all sorts of investigations. but always on his own. No one else at the yard even knows what half the cases he's working on are apparently. That's not how it's supposed to work, is it? So what was the legendary inspector doing in a dingy little room like this? I know he had a lot of respect for the Reaper and all. Look where that landed him. Respect for the Reaper? In what way? I heard him say as much. I take my hat off that fella for his own words. Now that the general public feels... Not how the general public feels, is it? Oh, frick. Most people are terrified of the Reaper. Yeah, the boss said that's exactly why he respected the bloke. I didn't realize Gregson held the Reaper in quite such high regard. He said something else to me and all, but I didn't need to worry about the Reaper, because he only goes after people what are bad. It did kind of set my mind at ease when he said that. Right. What is this place then? Does anyone live here? Apparently it's been rented by some cove called Hugh Boone. Hugh Boone. It's a sort of here today, gone tomorrow name, that, isn't it? Yeah, he's what we call an unidentified person. I haven't been able to get in touch with him. I see. Well, judging from appearances, I'd have to say this place hasn't been lived in for a long time, if ever. Right? All the lads from the yard piled down to get stuck into the investigation. But there's so little here, no one knew what to do with themselves. I do wonder. Yes, Mr. Sato? Well, could it be that this Hugh Boone is in fact Inspector Gregson himself? What? How could that be? Well, if he was investigating on his own, it's quite possible that this was in fact some kind of secret office of his. I'd never even considered that. Nice work, Suze! We're actually following a line of inquiry like that ourselves. You are. If you look around the room, you'll see there's a few things that hint at it. We should really investigate this place in detail. And we already did that because I just kind of went to it. Okay. See, that's where the poor inspector was found. Over there. Yeah, that's right. They said it was a single bullet what did him in. Apparently the bullet went right through him and struck that candle tree on the wall. Oh yes, it's blown one of the candles apart completely. And the gun used is there on the floor. It's the Reaper's, isn't it? No denying that. What? Really? How do you know that? Take it easy. I don't know what to do with myself when you stare at me with them big wide eyes. I'm only saying what I've heard. I don't know much about guns myself. But there's some bigwig lawman or whatever who said so. Why don't you ask him? A bigwig lawman, is it? Anyway, Fresno Street runs long under the window there. There were some street sellers just outside who heard the gunshot. Oh, but I don't recall seeing anybody outside. Yeah, they've all been taken down to the yard for questioning, that's why. We're talking about the yard's legendary inspector here, after all. They'll be getting a grilling. Do you think we might be able to speak with those street sellers ourselves? I doubt it. The lads at the yard will just want to know what you're snooping for, and you'll be up for a grilling and all. So we can't interview the witnesses then. Shame. is that? Evidence? Book something out? What happened, Abia? Oh, no, not exactly. I ain't been long enough in the job to get all this deducting business yet. But that's where I'm gonna get the person who did this to the boss. Red wig? Oh, frick. Nope. We're gonna have to ask someone about the gun. Nope. Oh, we didn't even read this. Notice of dismissal, 25th June. Chief Warder Daily Vigil is relieved of his post with immediate effect for having violated Clause 132 of Her Majesty's Code of Conduct for Prisons. All rights to redundancy pay and other financial benefits are fully revoked. Reason for dismissal, aiding and abetting the escape from this prison of convict Professor, Genshin Asogi, or whatever, just prior to his execution. Details of this escape are still being investigated. Full cooperation with inquiries will be expected. It has to be just the freaking professor case, because... What other thing would it be? Like the professor, for God's sake. Additional notes. Indications are that the jailbreak plot was conceived prior to the convict's incarceration, so that the convict engaged in some form of negotiation with prison staff in order to secure assistance. Full disclosure information regarding these negotiations will be demanded. Okay. I might have to go back to Barclay. I have to go back to the prison. Is he here? No? Okay. Prison? Do you... Zeeks, do you know any of my freaking guns? Frick you. Alright. You've made good time to an express train back to London. I can hear Lord Strongheart. Can you? Yes, it sounds as though he's talking to someone. Is everything in place? I had a private compartment on the train, so I could check all the paperwork. It's... Kazuma-sama! Your time is impeccable. It is. No doubt you have heard the sickening news about the Reaper's latest devilry. Yes. I'm sure you don't believe it, of course, though, Lord Strongheart. That Lord Von Zeeks could have done such a thing to Inspector Gregson. I believe only in the facts. And the facts in this case point to one thing. The unavoidable accusal of Lord Von Zeeks for this crime. We must bring charges against the Reaper for taking the life of our legendary detective. Oh no, surely not. It's a truly regrettable situation. Tomorrow the Forensic Science Symposium finally begins. At the very least, though, we can show the world our justice system's swift and equitable process. So does that mean the trial is tomorrow? Precisely. In fact, this is a fine opportunity for introductions. Kazuma. But of course, you're already acquainted, aren't you? Mr. Sogi here will be present at tomorrow's proceedings, leading the prosecution. Internal screaming. Wait. What? Kazuma! As I'm sure you're aware, he's a very capable practitioner of law. Kazuma-sama, as a prosecutor. I don't like how he's looking at me. Excuse me? Oh my god. Okay, there's so much here. Okay. His suit is the inverse of Edgeworth's. I can see it. Yeah. Oh my god. How long have I been streaming for? Almost 3 hours. I might have to end it here because I have to like go work on commissions. Because like the stream was already planned like before. I think this is a good place to stop because there's just like so much we have to just like investigate and everything, I think. I don't know. Hold on, let me... Okay, I just went to check. I'm going to finish this investigation. I'm going to finish the investigation because we're close to the end. It's just so much dialogue because they like the yap. But tomorrow for sure I will be streaming this. Probably the same time. I want to do a bit early, so it's not too late in the night. And I just remember that daylight savings is today, tomorrow, whatever. Great. Can't wait. Okay. I don't like how Kazuma's staring at me. I don't like it. I don't know what I hate more. Him, like, Strongheart, or Kazuma looking at me. I don't freaking know. Everyone has a cold stare, and I don't like it. Sure, you can imagine that tomorrow's trial will be closely followed all over London. In fact, no, people all over the Empire will be watching closely to see how it unfolds. There's no salvation for anyone in the trial prosecuted by the Reaper of the Bailey. And now, the Reaper himself must stand in the dock. Quite so. The public wants answers about the Reaper. Answers about how and why those who escaped conviction subsequently died mysterious deaths. The Lord Von Zieks firmly denies any involvement in such matters. And there have been thorough investigations that have proven him to be innocent. That's certainly true. Or it has been, at least, until now. No, tomorrow's trial will mark the start of a new chapter in our country's great judicial history. So Kazuma will be prosecuting tomorrow. That's right. But he's a defense lawyer, Lord Strongheart. Accomplished young law practitioners cannot pick and choose their roles. And imagine what it will mean for the prosecution to know the strategies commonly employed by the defense. A devastating combination, wouldn't you agree? Absolutely. I've no doubt at all that Kazuma will be razor sharp as a prosecutor. We are so cooked. But why Kazuma-sama? There are surely many other highly skilled prosecutors in Great Britain. It was a personal request. I asked to be assigned to the trial. You asked for this? But why? It'll all become clear tomorrow. I'm guessing you intend to stand for the defense, don't you? Although, the Reaper appears to be turning down all offers of representation. I'm surprised such a personal request would have been upheld. It seems unprecedented. Quite exceptional, in fact. You are quite right, Miss Mikotoba. Tomorrow's trial will be unprecedented and exceptional in every way. After all, the accused is one of the Britain's greatest prosecutors, the pride of the Empire. It would be unwise to give the public a reason to perceive it as a judiciary closing ranks. So that's why you're happy to let a foreigner handle the prosecution. Ryunosuke, let's see how your skills have been honed. After practicing law in his land for so many months. Kazuma, I don't understand why you're being so hostile to me now. This isn't going to end very well, my friend. I'm gonna cry. By the way, do you know anything about guns? 'Cause I don't know lick. Oh yes, we noticed that there was a gun at the scene of Inspector Gregson's death. Do you know if it belongs to Lord Von Zeeks? That'll be a question for the lead detective investigating the case. Well, the thing is, she wasn't sure, so she told me I should ask somebody higher up who might know. That's right, Mr. Naruhodo. Be direct. It's certainly a motto that's issued to all personnel involved in law enforcement, yes. Which includes prosecutors, as I'm sure you can imagine. In that case, it could actually have belonged to the victim. No, Gregson has had his gun on his person, led by Lord Von Zeeks. He claims it's currently not in his possession. What? According to his story, he lost it. In short, it's more than a little suspicious. But just because the gun in question is the same type as the defendant's is no proof that it's actually his. No, of course not. Nevertheless, the situation is grave for Lord Von Zeeks. What do I do here? I don't like y'all staring at me. Okay. Okay. Can I just... I can talk to you. Hey man. I'm sorry for all the worry I've caused you, but it'll be alright now. Has your memory completely returned? Yes, completely. I remember everything. No, not the freaking music! Including what I was coming here to do. Right. Kazuma-sama, I can't tell you how happy I am to see you alive and well like this. But how did you come to be here in London when you were suffering from amnesia? It was the voice. This past year, I've been hearing it in my head constantly, saying the same thing over and over. Go to London. That's where your destiny awaits. It was that voice that guided me here to London. I'm so sorry for what's happened. Anyway, my memory might have returned to me. There's something that won't return the way it was before. What do you mean? I'm a prosecutor now, so I'm sure our paths will cross again very soon. Doesn't look like we're going to glean much more here. Well, thank you very much, Lord Strongheart. Remember, tomorrow's trial will go down in our empire's history. There's much you could learn from the public gallery. Sorry to have taken so much of your time. We'll see ourselves out.
Hold it!
Before you go, Ryunosuke. Oh, what is it, Kazuma? I just wanted to thank you. Kazuma-sama, what? You took my determination to heart and brought it with you over the ocean in my stead. And you carried out my role to perfection. You always were intent on studying British law in order to change our own justice system. It was your dream, and Mr. Naruhodo didn't want that to die with you. Yes, but I had another purpose for coming here. I actually have a favor to ask, which is, this trial I'll be prosecuting tomorrow. I'd like you to be there to see how it ends. Right in front of me, as the defense counsel. Why? What's this all about? I know you have what it takes. But Lord Von Zieks would never put his fate in my hands. On the contrary, he recognizes your talent. He does. It's not easy to see behind the facade sometimes. Here, have a look at this. Oh! That's Lord Von Zieks and Inspector Gregson. In the photograph that must have been taken some time ago, by the look of it. And who's the third person? It was displayed very prominently in the detective's office. In Gregson's office, you mean? Yes, what I'm trying to say is, if you really think you can trust the Reaper, you might find that some straight talking makes him make a different view. Or take a different view. Take it. An old photograph print displayed rather prominently in Inspector Gregson's office, as if it was a treasured memory. Oh. I don't understand. Why are you giving me this? Just hurry, Ryunosuke! Visiting hours at the prison are almost over. What are you doing, Kazuma? Let's move, move, move! Oi! Stop reading your freaking paper from your boyfriend. Lord Von Zieks is still reading that letter. We've been gone quite some time, though. Either he's an incredibly slow reader, or it's an incredibly long letter. Might even be able to read English faster than he can. I was intending to ignore you entirely. But I can't turn a deaf ear to such an insulting Nipponese. Oh, sorry. I didn't think you'd hear that. I had the case notes brought to me in secret. I was reading them to pass the time. Yes, we heard that your trial is set for tomorrow. Which is none of your business. So, have you found a lawyer? How many times must I reiterate the same thing? This has nothing to do with you. In other words, no. We were just talking to Lord Strongheart, and the prosecutor for your trial has been decided. I expect nothing less. though I have no idea who it is. It's going to be Kazuma Asogi. Asogi! That made the color drain from his face. Well then. It seems I'm going to have to engage in conversation with you again after all. Oh my god. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, Asogi. 10 years ago, my older brother, who was the director of prosecutions at the time, was murdered. And the killer, as you know, was a visiting student from the Far East. Not a single day goes by, and I don't curse the name Asogi. Genshin Asogi was Kazuma-sama's father. So what cruel twist of fate is this now, 10 years later? The man's son is to crucify me in some kangaroo courts. I still don't understand why Lord Strongheart apprenticed Kazuma to you. It's what he does. No doubt he knew the young man's true identity from the outset. But what could he have been hoping to achieve? Let's not forget that it was only 8 days ago that Kazuma recovered his amnesia. From his ailment. Why would Lord Strongheart assign this trial to somebody like that? Asogi. That name is the very epitome of my bane. The bane that is you, Nipponese. Right, your hatred of all of us Japanese. I'd only just been appointed as a prosecutor when it happened 10 years ago. My brother Clint, the director of prosecutions, was hunting down a mass murderer, the so-called professor. Assigned to the investigation as his partner was a certain visiting student, dispatched from Scotland Yard, and that was Genshin Asogi. Exactly. I developed a deep respect for the man. He seemed noble-minded and chivalrous in the extreme to me. But none of us saw the true nature of the man. So I lost everything when it happened. My esteemed brother, the people I believed in, and any semblance of right prevailing over wrong. How awful. To avenge my brother, I prosecuted Nisogi's trial. Wouldn't ordinarily have been allowed, but I beleaguered the ascribed prosecutor until he consented. What do you mean by the ascribed prosecutor? The man in charge of the professor case inquiry, Lord Male Strongheart. Wait, what? Lord Strongheart? He was a highly accomplished prosecutor, but he agreed to relinquish the trial to me and act as my advisor instead. Since that time, he's the only person to whom I felt indebted. I'm sure he must have seen your zeal for the case and recognized your potential as a prosecutor. Anyway, time passed, but then earlier this year, who should arrive in London but to you? And, of all things, as a lawyer, I felt your animosity the first time I ever faced you in the courtroom. Your obvious deep loathing of us Japanese. I kept telling myself it was illogical. But for so many years that hatred had festered inside me, I could no longer control it. Now I can understand why. Now I know the history. But in the same way that I've long felt the Japanese to be the bane of my life, to Kazuma Asogi, I am the bane of his, the Reaper who sent his father to the gallows. He's looking for revenge, and he intends to take it in court tomorrow. Rexon's transfer to the Paris police prefecture had finally been arranged for the coming month, but he'll never make it to France now. It's a tragedy. Oh yes, come to think of it, he did mention something about that, didn't he? I wonder, does it happen often? Being transferred internationally, I mean. It's the first time I've ever encountered it. The Paris police welcoming an English detective is almost inconceivable. I can't imagine what kind of magic Gregson must have worked to put that arrangement in place. It sounds like that mystery has even the Reaper perplexed. I'm afraid to say that we were very ignorant about Inspector Gregson's standing. We hear that he was considered something of a legend at Scotland Yard. It's freaking music! Again, it was 10 years ago that he first made name for himself, by uncovering a decisive piece of evidence that exposed the professor's identity. If it wasn't for Gregson's singular approach to the case, the discovery would never have been made. What sort of approach? After my brother's life was taken, the inspector pushed for a full autopsy. Oh my, 10 years ago! Why is that so surprising? Autopsy was considered a discretion of the body at the time, and rarely performed, and my brother was of the course of a noble. That made the idea of it even more unthinkable. But something Gregson had dug up in his investigations made him determine it was necessary. His powerful convictions somehow influenced the House of Lords, and as a result, it could avenge my brother's death. So he must have great confidence in the inspector's abilities then. And it's even more inconceivable that you would have taken his life. I don't have confidence in anyone. Now I'm sure Gregson felt the same way. I've no doubt he thought of me only as the ominous Reaper, just like the rest of London. What really went on between Lord Von Seeks and Gregson, I wonder? What was the true nature of their relationship? That's a bold statement there. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, 07 chat. Yeah. Wait, I wanted like... Lord Von Zeeks, we came by this old photograph. Where did you get that? It is so strange to see him smiling, but this is so freaking sweet. Oh, frick. It's unbelievable. I assume it was long lost. It was taken when I became a qualified prosecutor. Is the man on the left there? Yes, that's my brother, Clint. It had to be, really. Apparently, this picture is prominently displayed in Gregson's office. He had a deep respect for you, you know? Were you aware of that? Respect? That's nonsense. No, we've heard someone attest to it very clearly. Inspector Gina Lestrade, no less. Well, maybe once, yes. There was a time things were like that. We were brothers in arms, jovially discussing the future of justice and other such lofty subject matter. That was a nice glimpse of the past. I thank you. Aww. I feel as though I got a nice glimpse of the past then, too. There was a glimmer of light in his eyes, a brief twinkle, an insight into the true nature of this man known to all as the stone-cold Reaper of the Bailey. Now, on about your gun. About the gun used to shoot the inspector that was found at the scene. Yes, that's not mine. Really, because common opinion seems to be that it is. What do you expect me to say to that? Lord Strongheart informs us that you claim to have misplaced your firearm. As embarrassing as that is, I'm afraid it's true. When did you lose it then? That I don't know. I was issued with a revolver when I first became a prosecutor 10 years ago. I must have stowed it somewhere, I suppose. Or left it somewhere, perhaps. You have something in common with Lord Von Zeeks after all, Mr. Naruhodo. A talent for misplacing things. No, this has nothing to do with me. Don't drag me into it. Don't make the mistake of associating me with this Nipponese. Oh dear, the rift is very wide, isn't it? Something else you both have in common, you get very, like, defensive about when people call you out. So it's not decisive evidence, clearly. But it doesn't look good, that's for sure. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, that's the first time he's ever used my actual name. I've lost all confidence in my country's justice system. I don't trust the police, the judiciary, or lawyers. Oh my god, I've got a stroke, I don't know why. But there's still one thing I'm willing to believe in. What's that? That which you see in the eyes of another across the courtroom. A simple determination to know the truth. Lord Von Zeeks. From the very first time we clashed in the Bailey almost a year ago now, I couldn't deny it, even though I dearly wished I could. Here is a loathsome Nipponese who has an absolute integrity as a lawyer. There are only two other men I've known with that same look in their eyes. My brother, Clint, and Genshin Asogi. The man he idolized and the man who betrayed his trust in the most hideous way. When you showed me that photograph just now, it reminded me. You mean this photograph? Back then I was able to laugh. I was freed of the shackles of mistrust that plagued me now. I'm gonna cry. I look to the future with hope. Since then, I've protected myself against betrayal by refusing to trust anyone. But at times, the mire into which I've sunk makes it almost impossible to breathe. I'm so sorry. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I want to believe in that look in your eyes. I want to believe in it. In tomorrow's trial, will you advocate for me? Of course I will. It would be an honor. You just get the option no, like, nah, frick you, man. I'm so pleased, Mr. Naruhodo. Then my life is in your hands. For Lord Von Zeeks, that must have been an incredibly hard thing to ask. Which is why I simply cannot let the man down. Tomorrow, in the Old Bailey, against my old friend, Kazuma. Dear God. I love this game. It'd be cool if they could make an anime or whatever, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I love this game a lot. No, I don't want to go. I want to go to the Bailey. I'm not going to the Bailey. No, no, frick. Get me out of here. I'm going to the Bailey tomorrow. Frick this. Exile. That's my return. Bring me back. I do apologize for if I started to get really quiet there. It's like people over. But I shall see you guys tomorrow, probably the same time. 5 p.m. CST, wherever the frick time I put this thing as. CDT, I don't know. Or CST, 5 p.m. CST, around that time. Or 6 p.m. EST. At least between 5 and 6 p.m. CST, around that time. I'll do the trial tomorrow. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I shall see y'all next time for tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna like cry in the corner and just think about stuff. blue hair Sholmes is a freaking travesty or whatever. I don't know. It's an omen. That's what it is.